Hello, welcome back. Well, tomorrow I am off to Salcey Forest in Northamptonshire for the Salcey Forest duathlon hosted by ATW, which is Active Training World. It's one of their events. It'll be the final one with them for this year for me. Just doing the sprint race. So that'll be 5k on the woodland gravel path, which I'm looking forward to. Something a little bit different. And then hop on the bike, and I think it's approximately 18 to 20k, something like that, out on the road. So I'm dragging out the old training bike again for the final road duathlon of the season, keeping the racing bike tucked away, safe, clean, lubed up, ready for next season. Not getting that out again in this crappy weather. Don't want to clean it, too lazy. And yeah, it should be a bit of fun. I like a good trail race. It's probably quite tame, really. I've been to Salcey Forest once before with the family, and it's nicely sanitised gravel paths. When I say sanitised, that's like hard pack path, suitable for anyone. There's no off-road skill required particularly for it. It's not cross country as such, but it should be fun, something a little bit different. Obviously I like being in the woods. It's a better, more interesting view than being out on the road. And yeah, just gonna have a bit of a laugh with it, really. Not to get it seriously at all, even though I am a racer, but I'm literally shattered. I did yesterday I ran on the treadmill at Loughborough University as part of a medical study trial for a supplement, CBD capsules. Started the first capsule was this morning with my breakfast. I have to take them for a week, so I'll give you the background for that. A few months ago I started this trial with one of the guys at the university, a couple of the guys at the university, obviously studying this to get their doctorate degree and all that kind of thing in sports science, and it's to test the potential benefits or whatever for the CBD capsules supplement in endurance athletes, namely running. So it involves treadmill work. So you do a VO2 Max subliminal, I can't remember how you pronounce that, a sub max test, and then a VO2 Max test on the treadmill. Your height, your weight and all that's measured. You give breath samples throughout the testing period, so they measure your oxygen levels and all that kind of thing. That gives them all the data to give you a baseline for their study. And then next Friday I go again, having had the supplement throughout the week. I go again and do another trial on the treadmill, which is 15 minutes running, and then they give you the mouthpiece and you breathe into it for the final minute, whatever it is, and then they test that. You have to point to cards and give your perceived effort throughout. Then they take blood samples, and then you have a short period of rest, and then you get back on the treadmill. You do another 15 minutes, repeat the whole process again. Blood samples, breath samples, blah blah blah, and at the end of it, having done 45 minutes of running in 3 separate 15-minute tests, you have a short period of rest where you give another blood sample, and then you hop on the treadmill and have to do a 3k what they call a blind time trial. So I set the pace or the speed, but without being able to see the dial, so I don't know what it is. It's just what you feel you can handle, sort of perceived effort. I have to hit that 3k time trial on the treadmill, controlled by myself. They measure it at the end. They measure the breath, and then you give a blood sample and blah blah blah, and then that's the trial over. And then you do that again in a few weeks time, repeat it all again. Everything has to be kept the same, so I have to eat the same amount of food, I have to log it all, weigh it all, give them all the details of what I've had, how much I've had, etc, etc. So it's all controlled, and the supplement, so you take the supplement for the week leading up to each trial, and then they review all the data, and that's their study finalised. The benefit for me is that I get the results of the VO2 Max test, which you normally have to pay for. So that's saved me about 100 quid or something. I don't know, whatever it happens to be. So you get all the information from that VO2 Max test, and you can then take that into your training and use it to fine-tune the training according to your output, your ability, how much oxygen your body will process in an hour, and all that sort of thing. And a good coach and analysis can take that and work out what best training plan that you should be following for the goals that you wish to achieve. So it's always a useful bit of information. I did one many years ago, back in 2012. I'm 48 now, and I was 37 then, so it's 11 years ago, and I did more or less exactly the same, or similar trial. It wasn't quite for CBD, or it was just for something else, and it wasn't a supplement one. But I did the VO2 Max test, and the results I got from that at the age of 37, when I was training fairly regularly and running okay, sort of 16 and a bit minute 5k, 33 and a little bit minute 10k, was 74.8, whatever the units are, I don't know, for the VO2 Max result, which apparently is pretty good, and I was quite chuffed with that. I had no idea before. I'd never done one before. I didn't know what to expect or what it was all about, but I did it, and the study went well. And that the student at the university who did it is now a doctor in his field, so that obviously went well for him. It's good to help out, and yeah, good. So I did that yesterday, but so yesterday I ran the VO2 Max test on the treadmill, and it's pretty difficult. You're running a steady period of time, and they increase the pace every couple of minutes, and you give your breath samples, and that gives you your sub-maximal test, I think it is, and then you get off, you have a very short break, and then you get back on and you do your max test, which is running at a pace that's sort of semi-tempo, kind of quite moderate. It's quite hard. You can sustain it for quite a while, but what they do is every minute they increase the elevation on the treadmill by 1 degree, and you just keep going until you basically can't run anymore. But what you have to do is you have to stipulate just before you think you're about had it. If when you know you've got 1 more minute left, you indicate that, and then they pass you the mouthpiece which linked up to the machine, and then you have to breathe into it for that minute. But then you have to literally keep that going for that minute, and you're kind of guessing it yourself. And I have to say, it's pretty damn hard. And you run yourself into the ground, and by that point I've been on it for about 7 minutes, and it was 7% whatever at whatever pace I was running at, 6 minute mile, and I don't know, and I was literally falling off it. I could lift my legs, but I just couldn't when I put them down, they were going all wobbly, and I was about ready to collapse. So I think I nailed that as on the limit, and that was quite exciting in a weird way. As runners, we're weird people. And then you get off and you have a rest, and I'd completely forgotten that you then have to do the 3k time trial. So I had a short break, and I was chatting away, and they said, well, when you're ready, you can hop back on, we'll do the 3k time trial. Yeah, shit. And that was really hard. I was absolutely shattered, but I felt good about it, and you can use the showers there, and I came home and it was great. And a few months ago, when I had an accident on my mountain bike, and I cracked my ribs and my collarbone, and I've recovered from that fine. And all last night, my ribs were really aching, so it feels like I've had a good kick in again. I feel like I've been run over by a train. So tomorrow's duathlon at Salcey Forest is going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Hurts now. So I'm just going to go steady. I'm hoping it absolutely pisses it down, because I like a run in the rain, especially in the woods. And once I'm out on the bike, I'm just going to plod round. It's only a short one. It'll be fun, and I'll hopefully be able to take you with me. I don't think I'm allowed to film during the actual race, but I'll try and do a little bit of pre-race chit-chat and a post-race. I'll give you my analysis of how it went and how broken I feel then, compared to how I am now. So that's that. Right, I've got a bit of shopping to do. I'll see you soon. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Yes, and come back. Or don't. Bye.